But we're the same script, we're the same font and the same size now.
I think
I
you
thought you were
there's
complaining about that.
there's some up right there. I think something's not right.
Sabres talk down and Jake. What?
Nothing.
So Jake, the draft just happened.
Yeah.
Sabres didn't trade it.
No.
Um, they get though the second best defenseman that they basically could have in the whole draft.
Oh, Mr. Cum.
What?
Mr. Cum.
What does that mean?
That's his nickname. That's what I saw.
Oh, Mr. Cum?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. That's what I
Okay.
saw.
Well,
I'll pull it up. Pull it up.
I have not heard that.
Oh, you were about to. Go ahead.
Um,
Tell me about this guy.
he's honestly probably going to be on the Sabres. He's probably going to be in juniors this year. Maybe a top six, maybe Rochester next year. Um, what the? Okay. Never saw that. But I guess, his nickname's related to how his last name sounds in
I don't know.
Hessian.
We passed up on a dude named Roger McQueen for Mr. Cum.
Oh, did you see, by the way, your favorite prospect,
What about
Ravensburgen,
what about him?
gets drafted first round, like, we thought he would. He gets announced by Bailey.
Oh, he went to San Jose.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that, man.
So
That dude's already got a fine career. I would have retired.
before it even started,
What more do you need?
Ravensburgen for Ravensburgen.
That's
Um,
incredible.
but they did trade away Paterka. They got
Yeah.
uh, the Tage Thompson of defensemen. So I'll give them that. They got probably the two hardest shots in the NHL.
Yeah.
You put them on one power play,
Mm.
just
Mm.
have the slap shot galore. I don't want to see anyone take another shot other than the slap shot. I want both of them on the same power play. You can't just key on Tage anymore. Now you got to worry about Kesserling.
It's true.
Just slap shot. Second, you get a puck slap shot.
It's true.
It's like the spear match I want to see in wrestling. Just everyone only does spears. We'll see who wins. Um, they signed a backup goalie. I how good he's actually going to be, I have no idea. Um, that means Levi's probably going to start in Rochester again, unless they do the stupid three goalie thing, which I never want to see ever again in my life.
Needs to
Um,
probably see it.
I don't know. I don't see them improving this year.
All right, you know what? I think I'm willing to let off the gas of selling the team. I think I'll pump the brakes on that one. But and you know what? I'll do one better. I'm gonna implement a plan on how we improve the Buffalo Sabres organization. Ready for this?
Hmm.
Step one, Terry's got to sell the team. He's the worst owner in sports.
You just said you were going to step off the.
Yeah, but I want the Sabres originally I wanted the Sabres just gone,
Oh, okay.
but I want new ownership because as soon as Terry acquired the Bills, the Sabres have just been like a distant like third cousin. Like he has no idea what's going on with the Sabres.
Hmm.
He doesn't do absolutely the GMs he hires. He just hears about a name and just wants to do it or whatever. That's what it seems like to me anyway. Speaking of GMs, Kevin Adams got to go. He's bad. So we're doing complete overhaul of just everything. Ownership's got to go. GM's got to go. Coach, um, I think Lindy was nice for like a nostalgia thing. I don't know if he's on the timetable that we need a coach to be on, really.
In my understanding of how it's kind of been working is Lindy's kind of in the face, but Seth Appert has been kind of like been
That's what I've
running
heard.
more.
I've heard Lindy
They're
has a.
trying to like coach him up to be the actual head coach in like a
Okay.
year or two.
Well, that's fine. You can keep that going then.
But to be fair, he's also been running the power play, and the power play is like one of the worst in the NHL.
Well, yeah.
So
Well, okay. Well, they all got to go then. I have no time for this. And as much as it pains me to say, I really don't want to say it. And you can tell me if I'm crazy right now. But this team really has no real future to me. Um, so with that being said, I think you have to see what the market's like for Tage.
I will say, being doing another rebuild would be terrible.
I know, but you don't have a lot of other, you're not going to compete. You're not a young, great team that people want to go to. You're in this bad gray
You couldn't
area.
even get Mitch Marner.
No,
Like that's the worst part is you could have offered him a lot of money, and he didn't even want to think about coming here.
no.
Um,
And he would have been like the perfect piece.
mhm.
And then even he was like, nah, screw you.
In all honesty, you need one or two top six forwards to be able to make the playoffs. One of them could possibly be filled in-house, but you're still needing that extra one. And Mitch Marner could have been that extra one. Mitch
Yeah.
Marner could have been that first pick or that first line player.
Yes.
And in all honesty, if this team works how they hope it will, I'm sure they will have the pieces that they need. I don't think Norris is going to stay healthy. I think Cousins was a better player than Norris, and yet we
Yeah.
gave up a second to get Norris, along with Cousins. We also got a defenseman that we just let go. We didn't even bother re-signing him, so we basically just gave up Cousins and a second for Norris, which is a terrible trade.
Yep.
They also gave up Paterka
Yep.
for Kesserling, who's going to be a top four defenseman with hopefully a good partner for power. Probably not, but
No.
I don't know if they're going to mesh as well as they think he will. And like I said, he's more of a power play player, and I don't know if he'll even see the power play.
Oh, don't forget, we extended Jack
Um,
Quinn, so we're probably gonna trade him next season.
I honestly, if he can stay healthy and he can develop, like yeah, he could be a top six player for us.
Ifs though.
If Norris can stay healthy, and that's what I'm saying. Like it's all if it works how they hope it does. I'm sure this team could compete for a playoff spot.
Okay. Well, they've been
But
hoping for 10
there's
years.
a lot of ifs. There's a lot of hopes, and there's not a lot of sure things on this team. The only two sure things you have are Thompson and Tuck on offense,
Yep.
and Darlene
Oh,
and
talk to.
maybe Power. Well, yeah, I said Thompson.
No, no,
Okay.
no, 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 I know, but talks another one that I'd
Oh,
probably test the market on.
Tuck, you could get a decent amount, but hockey's not a sport where you can just trade for young players and be good in the next amount of time. I mean, look what the Sabres did. They traded for these young players. They developed. They're still short other players. They're still short other pieces because they need the Sabres like needed a top five pick when they were bad, but like they like fell out the one year and they needed the one ones on the years they didn't get them. And the years that they got the one ones, defensemen were the best two picks. You could have had Svechnikov and Beniers instead of Dahlin and Power, and honestly, I'd probably rather have Svechnikov and Beniers.
Yeah.
Not saying that I don't like Power, I don't like Dahlin. It's just defensemen don't make your team that much better.
No.
Uh, there's, I mean, we'll see how the Sabres do. Um, Preseason starts early September. It's about a month and a half, like 2 months away. Um,
I will have no confidence in this team until they clean up top.
you can call up Roseanne, you can call up Hellenius. There's a couple defensemen that you could call up. Ryan Johnson kind of deserves a shot, in my opinion.
I
They gave him
saw
a
that.
couple they gave him a
I
couple
agree.
chances before. He looked pretty solid, but you know, Samuelson kind of needs to go. He's not on that bad of a contract, but he just keeps getting hurt, can't stay healthy.
I,
Yeah.
I don't understand why they're not doing that more. Like, you just need to start cycling in guys and just mixing things up. I mean,
I mean, yeah,
you're not a
if you're
contender.
not even making the
So
playoffs, you might as well see what you have with these
exactly.
young players.
Exactly. Just throw the Rochester guys you feel good about. Just throw them in there. What's it gonna hurt? You're not gonna make the playoffs. Oh no.
But we'll see. We'll see we'll give it by November.
We still have more
If they're still in the playoff hunt by November, they're doing better than last year. Doing better than most of the years of the streak that they haven't been making the playoffs.
we still have more playoff series wins than the Maple Leafs since the lockout.
As of right now, but
It's okay. 20 years is acceptable.